Hi there, this is Michelle Rayburn, the host of Indie Author Blueprint. Today we're going to explore the art of writing captivating back cover blurbs for fiction and memoirs. Now, in the last episode, I covered a look at nonfiction extensively, and memoirs, if they're truly a memoir, fall a little bit more under the fiction category for how you do the blurb. So it'll be up to you to decide whether you need to follow a formula where you're looking at like a hook and specific application for the reader and then an action point, or whether it's more of a biography, which would be a memoir that reads more like fiction. I'm not going to cover all the things that I covered in the last episode where I talked about nonfiction, just because I don't want to waste your time. So wherever there's overlap, you just have to go back and listen to that episode and learn a little bit more about having a hook and explaining specific takeaways for the reader and that kind of thing. So we're really focused on story-based writing when we're looking at this kind of back cover blurb. Now, just something that you might see when you're paging through, looking at other books or exploring listings for other books, you might see that some of them don't have much for a back cover blurb because they're using excerpts from endorsements. And you'll see that when they put it up online for sale, it will have a description, but the book itself might just have all of these little clips from endorsements. That is done with well-known, traditionally published authors who have a following, and people are just waiting on the edge of their seat for them to release their next book. They aren't going to care what the blurb is about. They're going to buy every book that author writes. That isn't usually us when we're looking at us as our indie authors who we're still growing our followers. People aren't like waiting in line at bookstores to get our books. So we're going to want to give a storyline, something that intrigues people, something that hooks them. They're not going to commit without a description. All right, so what I'm going to do this week is I'm going to go into some of the things that make up a good, compelling back cover copy. And then I'll give you some examples of some that are remade, fixing them up a little bit, and give you some tips and tools. This is content that I include when I'm working with clients whose books I edit, and then I do their cover design and help coach them through publishing on KDP and Ingram Spark. And so this is for paid subscribers to Indie Author Blueprint because it's really some of the proprietary information that I include in my coaching. And so for being a subscriber, you get a little window into that paid content, essentially like as if you were a coaching client, but you're just processing through all of the content on Indie Author Blueprint on Substack as a course. And so you're using it that way. So if you would like to know more about that, I will have a link in the show notes for how you can subscribe. And when you do subscribe for that really small amount per month, you actually get all of the back issues as well. And so you get all the content. So I hope that you do that because I would love to make that connection. And you do have the opportunity as a paid subscriber to reach out and ask me questions on the chat as well. And so specifically, if you are working on a book and you're looking for some input on the blurb, I would love to, as a paid subscriber, give you that opportunity to send a blurb and have me give a little input on how you could polish that up a little bit based on the principles that I'm teaching in this course. So that's open to you. All right. So for the rest of us, let's dive into the content of this episode. This ends the free content preview for you right here, but I would love to have you join me as a paid subscriber on Indie Author Blueprint. So just find me on Substack. You will find out how to do that. And then you get access to all the past content as well, not just the new content that I'm creating right now. So you can go back and do everything that I've already put into this course. Each week, there's either an audio or a blog post and a worksheet or both. Each week there's new content. It's all divided into categories, so it's easy for you to sort through there on Substack and find specific topics that you're looking for. And these are all things that I share with my paid coaching clients when they're publishing their books, but I don't have time to coach everybody, and so I'm making it available to you in this way so that you can get that content too. So I'd love to have you there in Indie Author Blueprint. This is Michelle, and I hope you have a great day.